Transformer TCG fans, this is Grillenheimer. Thank you for being here. Well, and as we go along this reveal together, because this is a reveal, this is probably my 5th recording trying to get this character revealed. I have been playing him a lot. I've been playing him against my Demicons with a pretty good deck with them. They've won a lot. I have thought about adjusting I actually have played around with their health and came to the decision I'm going to leave them at a health of 37, of 13 for Cramash, 14 for Clamort, and 12 for Cross-Eyed. So when they are combined, that they do make 37, not 35. So there's that. Cronus. Because at first I thought, this guy seems a little too good. Trying to play around with him and testing him a good bit. I shaved 2 health off and then I put it back on. I think he's fine. I think these guys are okay, so I'm going to leave him be. In the meantime, let's go over a new character. Yes. So, Lynx. We have him in 2 separate parts. We got a shuttle, we got the cargo. Originally, I wanted to be able to where you could have either top with either bottom. Didn't work out that way. But let's get into it. This is all drawn by me. If you've seen some of my artwork on some of this guy on the Facebook custom page or the Earth Wars art Discord page, it's out there. You've probably already seen this. It looks good. Now, I did had some bad cutting here, and you can kind of see the card underneath it, and it's one of my original. That says Cronus. It's one of these guys that I originally drew on the old card itself, and it helps it keep it in here. Unfortunately, I kind of cut it a little short there, but let's get into it. This is a very fun character. Those guys are fun too. Don't get me wrong. They're fun. Lynx is really fun because 8-star with his stratagem. He's a 17-star character. If you want to use these guys and not combine one, it's possible. I wouldn't advise it. But you're gonna. This says 3. I've been playing around with his health too. He started at a total of 20, 10, and then at 2 extra when he combines. That didn't happen. So what I've done now is I've left these 11 and 11 instead of 10 and 10, and then brought the stratagem from +3 to +2. So that's the final. So he's going to be a total of 24 health as a 17-star character, not 25. And he's still pretty viable. I think he'll still work. And they were going back and forth between my Lynx and the Cronus character. Pretty interesting matchups. Some neat things were being done and were being tested. A lot of original Wizard 1 through 5 cards. Okay, Shuttle 8-star. The Shuttle is in the alt mode is leader, spaceship, and melee. In bot mode is leader, beast, and melee. So yes, he does have the beast trait because he looks like a beast. That has hurt him with Rat in a Trap. If you remember with my Beast War battle cards, Rat in a Trap is a Predacon card, because I mentioned Megatron, but I'm thinking Beast War Megatron, okay? But it is a blue pip weapon that gives +2 to attack. That has Pierce 2 when attacking, while the equipped character is attacking a beast. All right. And this also has the beast trait as well. This is the melee character. This is the specialist character. No melee here. All those guys are all melee. But we're concentrating on Lynx. I apologize. So, they had one Rat in the Trap card, which sounds funny. And since you know, if a Megatron has that equipped, you get a total of Pierce 4. As long as the Megatron is attacking a beast traded character, okay, with only +2 to attack. So, and I thought that seemed kind of fair, so it doesn't get scrapped or anything. But let's keep going. The shuttle, let's get into the stats, which are 3, 11, and 3. Its bot mode is 4, 11, and 1. The cargo is 1, 11, and 3 for its alt mode, and then 4, 11, and 1 for its bot mode. Okay, so the shuttle in bot mode has Pierce 1. The cargo has Bold 1 in its spaceship mode. It's actually got the spaceship trait here in the beast trait, and they're both sides are specialists. Both sides here are melee. So sorry, I had a brain fart there, but yeah, the way I drew this, it wasn't intentional at all. I was trying to draw Sky Lynx at an angle, and it comes out looking like a Beavis and Butthead character. So, you like Beavis and Butthead? Sky Lynx looks like he walked right out of the cartoon. So, when you flip to this mode, you may put a card from your hand under Sky Lynx cargo. So these have been my flipping cards so these aren't out of the deck. So if I have cards in my hand and we flip him from bot mode to alt mode, you can put a card from under your hand under the cargo. Once you are able to get this based on his stratagem, 4 cards under the cargo at the start of turn, as long as you meet that requirement, then you can combine. Okay, so we'll get to that in a second, and things can happen there depending on what cards are under it. So when you put your cards under the cargo, don't put them like this. Put them like this so you and your opponent can see what's under it. The shuttle has, like I said, 4, 11, and 1, Pierce 1. While this has a utility equipped and attacks, your opponent reveals their hand, then KO an action from their hand. So, you know, especially that's really good. I mean, look at these the cards in here with my Demicons. Yeah, you know, pretty powerful. 3 crystals of powers and whatnot. But there's one in particular that, and it's the Buddy's card I'm talking about, Buddy Energon Boost. This is great for getting rid of something like Boost or even Polarities or Lock on Target, and you're able to KO it. But you have to have a utility on him. Since he's a leader, he can wear the Matrix of Leadership. I think I got to use this one time in all the games I've been testing with him. And he attacks, look at their hand, KO one of their actions if they have any actions. Boom, you know, some neat stuff. And then when we get to the cargo has the worst attack. I almost made it 0, but it is 1 with Bold 1. So you're going to be able to at least flip 3. I originally did have Flame War. Starting off testing Sky Lynx, and since I was flipping the shuttle back and forth trying to get cards under the cargo, I wasn't able to really utilize Flame War. I ended up using my Stardom character, who's a 5-star. Like Flame War is a 5-star. Why? Because I got 3 stars in my deck. So, you know, there could have been somebody else. I could have had an 8-star character, another 8-star character with him, but probably to have more health and probably better attack than Stardom here, who has the same amount of health as Flame War, is 10, with only attack of 2. But when he is in alt mode, each spaceship on your team gets Bold 1, which is not just great for the Spedibots as the leader of the Spedibots, but it's great for these guys because he's the spaceship trait. He's a spaceship trait in alt mode. Boom. So now he's got bold 2 for the cargo side, which has helped him some. It hadn't been very strong attacks, but it hasn't been bad. So when in this mode and your opponent draws more than 1 card for turn, draw a card from the bottom of your deck. So yeah, that does include battle cards, but pocket processors, if they're able to draw 2 cards other than 1, you can draw a card yourself, but just pull it out from the bottom of your deck. Why? Because I want it to be different. And that's really good if you have something that you can, well, it's going to be your opponent's turn, so whatever. So that's immaterial, so don't worry about that. I was thinking, when you put on a card to be able to reveal the top of your deck, and if you want to play it like shoulder holsters and stuff like that, but that would happen on your turn, not their turn when they're drawing a card. Yes, I have an art card in here, the HM laser cannon. When you put this on a Guardian, so yeah, we're getting to that. He's a Guardian in combined mode. So there's that. This really doesn't happen because they weren't getting any draw power, but it's there to help you give some draw power when the cargo is in its alt mode. Its bot mode is Beast and Specialist. So I do have, I thought I had some I got 3 field communicators in here, some leap into battles, plenty of rapid conversions, escape routes, and the UFO card. As I don't see a single one. I got 3 of them in here. There's one. Unconventional flying object. I just call it UFO. That's just one of the funniest looking cards with Alpha Trion flying into the atmosphere of Cybertron from the looks of it. I just find that funny. But okay, so that's that side. The bot side does have tough 1 with 411 1 stats. Now this has got an interesting little thing on here. I don't know, let's just do this. Just the first 2 cards I see. Matrix of Leadership and Reinforced Plating. Armor and a utility. So, but you have to flip to this mode. It's a when you flip, because I kept flipping my shuttle trying to get cards under the cargo. You may not be flipping the cargo very often, and when you do, you're probably going to want it in its strongest attack mode with added defense to be able to pull better attacks. But again, like I said, you're going to have to flip from alt to bot to be able to pull this off. So it depends on how you're going to want to play these guys. If you're flipping this guy, you're not flipping this guy to be able to get cards into the cargo to combine. See, that it even sounds like it makes sense, and that was the whole point of that. So when you flip to bot mode, excuse me, and you have 2 upgrades on him, you may scrap all the upgrades in an upgrade slot, then do 2 damage to an enemy character. So yes, that includes, and I don't have any extra paddings or attack drones in here or anything like that, but if I did, and these were all attack drones in a matrix, or excuse me, all 3 extra paddings in a matrix, and I flip him to this mode, then I have a choice. Do I want to get rid of the matrix and do 2 non-attack damage, or do I just want to get rid of I'd have to give up all 3 extra paddings. It sounds like something walking in here. We've gotten lizards in here before. And a snake. I hope it's just nothing. Anyway, I'm sorry. Got distracted. 14 minutes. Let's keep going. So, you'd have to scrap all 3 of them, do 2 damage to an enemy. All right, but you do have to have at least 2 upgrades. So let's say they're both 2 extra paddings. That's all you have. Well, yeah, you'd have to scrap all the upgrades in that upgrade slot. So you'd have to get rid of both and do 2 non-attack damage to an enemy character. And now you are without upgrades. But that's sort of the play here. So there's that. So once we get they all happen to be I did not plan that, trust me. 4 cards all under Sky Lynx. Okay, that went with that. Then you're able to do, and let's just read this verbatim, shall we? This is going to be changed to a 2 instead of a 3. At the start of turn, when Sky Lynx cargo has at least 4 battle cards underneath, you may combine the shuttle and cargo on the battlefield and or your KO area into Sky Lynx. Okay, so which means the shuttle can be KO'd. If this is KO'd, these go back into your scrap. If all you have is the shuttle, you don't have 4 cards under the cargo, you're not combining. So if the shuttle does get KO'd, as long as you have 4 cards at the start of your turn under the cargo, you can still combine. Okay. Now, it just can be 4 cards. They can be mixed, but there's a nice thing going on here. Okay, so when he's combined, he's a full 16 plus 1 7-star character. Leave this up because it's going to give you the +2 health. All right, he still has the leader trait. He's a guardian and a beast and a melee trait. So now he's a guardian. Okay, so just like I showed, you can even put the HM laser cannon on him. And I've got a few other 1 or 2 cards that utilize the guardian trait myself that can help out, Sky Lynx. All right, so there's that. Now his stats are 5, 22, and 2. It was originally 10. He was not winning any battles despite the pretty good deck I had, and so I kept playing around with the health. It seemed like maybe his health is too low, and even with whether it was Stardom or Flame War, because of what I was doing with having 3 star cards in my deck, I only had a total of 30 health. Now, if I had an 8-star character, it may have been a little different. I need to do that too. I still need to do more tests, but it seemed like 25 seems too much. 20 seems too low, so I think 24 is the happy medium here for 22 with Sky Lynx and 2 off the stratagems. So that's what I'm going with. When I've played the past few times, I've just put a die on here with 2 to let me know, to remind myself this is giving me 2, not 3 health. All right, so when he is in combined mode, he has Pierce 1 and Tough 1. That's really it, plus whatever you have equipped on him. In the meantime, when this battles and has all action cards, he has Bold 2 until end of turn. So you're able to get actions in here. If you work towards getting more actions than upgrades in your deck, you can accomplish this. Mine has a little more upgrades than actions, so I've been getting upgrades under him. When this battles and has all upgrades under it, it has +2 defense for battle. So, which means he either will have Pierce 1 and Bold 2 as for attack, or if you have all upgrades, he'll have Tough 1, Pierce 1 and Tough 1, but then he's going to have a defense of 4. If you're able to fill his cargo hold before he combines with nothing but upgrades, which has been nice, which has really helped. Either way, this deck is geared more of a kind of a bluer deck, as I show a whole lot of white and orange. And there might be some white cards I might need to take out of here. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I do have the Crusader metric in here. And I might need to change this. And even when I played it, I was playing it as bold 1, pierce 1, not bold 2, pierce 2, +2 to attack and 2 to defense for a weapon armor. So yeah, I might go back. I gotta revisit my metric cards anyway, and this is one of them. I either need to give it just 2 stars, which I might still do considering the Ultra Magnus armor is 2 stars and has +2 and +2 and doesn't get scrapped. So I might have to do this with the Crusader metric. I might do that. I might give this 2 stars, bring down the bold and pierce, and leave the stats stat boost. So yeah, and that didn't get to see a whole lot of play. And even when it did, it was before I changed his health up to 5 from 20 or from 22 to 25, and it still didn't help him. It almost did. But now at 22 and 2 for a total of 24, I think seems like a nice happy medium for an overall 17-star character combiner. So let me know what you think. In the meantime, you'll notice, if you've noticed on his, oh goodness, yeah, extra measures, on his stratagem, it says that the combined form cannot wear Energon. Well, Energon is, from the one I've created, is not a star card. It is a blank pip with +1 across the board. 1 attack, 1 health, and 1 defense. So you can put this on his smaller parts. Boy, that sounded funny. On the shuttle or cargo. But when he's combined, this is going to nix that. So normally when Wasi plays and the game was new and we were all eager to see how things worked and etc., and he really explained things pretty well for the most part, that when something gets introduced, that it can be moved to another character if you use like a quartermaster or even swap parts, which was quickly banned for its reasons. But you can do that with quartermaster as well, but only 1 upgrade, not all of the upgrades, and getting re-triggered, etc. So, which apparently was problematic. But if he has an Energon and he's getting combined, the Energon has to come off. It does not stay on him because this is going to override that. Why? Because it's one of his weaknesses. Yes, I keep going back to this because I really like trying to keep with their personalities. He's got great strength and impervious to all but the most powerful energy, being weapons and artillery. Sky Lynx is prone to wasting fuel due to his habit of constantly moving, even when he has no reason to move. So he's wasteful. He's always using Energon. So I'm not allowing him to wear Energon in his combined form. So, it's Sky Lynx. What do you think? That was just an extra, just kind of throwing that in for the heck of it. But of course, we have all sorts of other cards. If you notice that I had in here, like, Energy Axe, Energon Axe. Gosh, I even had my Crusader metric in here. Treasure Hunt for trying to pull more upgrades when I can. Enhance power cells, etc., etc. Minor medic kits. And all the cards that come with it. I was able even to use Leap of Faith a whole one time, which, wow. The Leap of Faith, what a card that is. But yeah, tell me what you think. I think this works. Let me know if you would do something different, and let me know as well what 8-star character would you pair up with this Sky Lynx if you had him printed and played with him today. Let me know down below. If you like this content and you like what you're seeing here, and I think this works. I like it, not just because I drew it or anything like that, but I like it. I like how it works. He's fun. It's interesting. It's a little bit to keep up with, but not really. Then throw some scraplets at the like button. We'll catch you next time. And as always, don't have just a good day. Have a blessed day. And as always,
I will tell you once. I'll tell you twice. If I haven't said it before, I'll say it again. I am not a Dinobot.